Well, I'm going to the movies tonight. I'm going to see Greenberg, which is about a musician who's gone crazy, basically, and Neil Young, the concert movie. The name I'm forgetting, but I'll remember. Well, we found Rick Osborne, and he sent along a bunch of photographs from his living room back there in New Canaan. I kind of remember his parents setting up a photo session. They asked us to wear white shirts and look really dressy. And then we have a year or two later with the new band, The Credibility Gap. You can see Rick and me growing from basically children to young teens. That's Chris Bremser there on the left playing keyboards, and Brad Supernut in the background. And that's my guitar, which turns out not to be exactly what I remembered. Well, at some point I'm going to have to start talking about girls, because that's certainly one of the reasons I wanted to play music, was that kind of attention.
Musician.
Musician. A musician.
A musician.
Really famous rock star. Musician. Musician. Musician.
I had a girlfriend in junior high named Sarah somebody. Amazing that I can't remember. I gave her my ID bracelet, and a few months later a friend of hers gave it back. And I said, "What's going on?" She said, "Well, Sarah says you don't talk to her, you don't call her, you don't ask her out, you've never kissed her." And I had a girlfriend named Connie Spellbrink. It's kind of the same thing. I took her to see Our Man Flint, and it took me the whole movie before I even managed to get my arm around her, much less kiss her. I think I kissed her cheek just as the island was blowing up at the end of the movie. My brother corrected me about my Gibson guitar, my supposed Gibson guitar. He said, "No, it was a Guild Starfire." So for all these years, I've believed that it was a Gibson, and I've told the story of my incredibly valuable guitar that I traded in at Manny's. And I told the story and believed it thoroughly. Now the question is, when did my Guild turn into a Gibson? When did that happen? And can I sell my delusion for $35,000? You know, when I go to see the movie tonight, I'm going to suspend disbelief, in Coleridge's famous phrase, overused phrase, and I'm going to go ahead and agree to believe in these characters and to believe the story's true. But what do you suspend when you are talking about your own life? It's more like you're suspending reality. When you start to believe in the wholeness and completeness and trueness of a personality. If it's all memory, what have we really got? If it's all memory, we're made out of loss, because it's all gone. That's what a person is. A person is loss. There must be a more positive way to put that. Maybe instead of loss, what I should say is we are found, like a found poem or found art, a found sculpture, the kind of thing where it means more than it was meant to mean. It means more than it meant at the time. Great movie. Neil Young, 65 years old and still rocking. Why are so many of his lyrics about wind? After I see a good movie, I always feel like I'm in a movie. The music on the car radio is like my soundtrack.